photo of Dan and I from the day we met. When I got home from the hospital that evening, our parents set me in his lap on the couch. And Dan, he looked excited to have a baby brother. He smiled in the photo, but he forgot to support my neck. And now he's 9 inches taller than me. I'm starting to think he had something to do with it. Now, growing up, we got in our fair share of fights. And it's my opinion that he should have let me win more of them. One time, he chased me in the yard and pushed me headfirst into a big rock. Another time, he tackled me from behind as I walked into the living room holding a freshly poured bowl of cereal. Remember that? Yes! I did not get to eat that bowl of cereal. But I always looked up to Dan. When we were young, he taught me how to wrestle. He taught me how to skip rocks and sail a boat and start a campfire. And as we got older, he taught me how to talk to girls, how to skateboard, how to shoot pool, how to rap, and how to build a fence. And I think it's just coincidence that I never ended up very good at any of it. One of my favorite questions I get asked by friends and family is, "How's Dan?" "How's Dan doing?" I love that question. Because I get to tell them that he's killing it. I get to talk about his willingness to serve others who need help. The way he constantly works to improve himself and the people around him. How he never complains or says anything bad about other people. I talk about his craftsmanship and work ethic and his ability to seek adventure and peace. And because of the pleasure that I get from being able to share this with people, I can forgive you for not supporting my man. Now, Dan and Jess worked together at a restaurant for over a year before they dated. And one time, Jess asked Dan if he'd cover her shift. And Dan said he would. And the next day, an hour before the shift started, Dan said he wouldn't. Remember that? Not an ideal first impression, but he bounced back. The first date was soon after. Now that summer, which was 10 years ago this month, Jess joined us on her first trip to Canada, where we have a cabin on Lake Huron. And one night, the three of us were heading back to the cabin down our windy gravel road. And Jess was driving the rental car with the windows down and the music blasting. Jess always has the best music. And Dan and I, we hopped out of the car as it rolled. They call it ghost riding the whip. When you dance alongside a slowly moving car. It was cool in 2011. And we danced and danced like nobody was watching. But Jess was watching. And she laughed and laughed. One of those uncontrollable laughs that you can feel in your stomach the next day. And I think at one point, all three of us were dancing. And if you're wondering, well, then who was driving the car? I'm still trying to figure that out. But I'll never forget that moment. Not just because of the sheer joy of it, but because it's when I knew. This is going to work out. I could tell she loved Dan for who he is, and she accepted me for who I am. And that's not easy. Because those are some pretty bad dance moves. When you meet Jess, it doesn't take long to find out that she's well-spoken, independent, and always composed. She's a very stable and strong person. Just seeing them here today is proof that Jess is stronger than any drug Dan ever took. Jess, for everything that you've done for me and my entire family, I feel very lucky to call you my sister-in-law. I'd like to finish by offering the bride and groom some relationship advice. But I can't. Because my relationships usually end with my car getting dented. Remember that. But the one thing I can share with confidence is how proud I am of the life we've built together over the past decade, and how excited I am to see what the future brings for you both in marriage. Now, if you'll join me in raising a glass to getting married twice to the same person.